Alrighty, everyone. Hello, hello. I am filling in for Amber today. All right, so let's get ready to move. We got our HIIT workout today. We are going to go about 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, some light dumbbells, anything. I have 8s and 5s here with me. Keep them close by. Otherwise, a lot of this can just be done body weight. So let's warm up. Let's get moving. Let me get my timer so that we're not here all day. All right. Hi, everyone helping on. Let's go ahead and just start with some arm swings, open, close, as we lift those knees. Up over the head. 2, 1. Go ahead, take it into, start with a little half squat. Sit it down. A little lower. Good. 3, 2, 1. All right, walk it out to an inchworm. We're going to do 3 walkouts to a plank. So hinging at the hips, roll through. Take this first one slow, especially if it's your first time moving today. Walk it out nice and slow. And then come on down, hit your plank, hold, and then bend the knees, walk the hands back in, roll it back up. Repeat, bring it down, walk it out. This is going to help warm up your whole body. Get everything moving. All right, last one. Walk it down and out. We are going to hold here. Make sure that those hands are right under the shoulders. And then we're going to send the hips up to a down dog. Take a little stretch. Back to plank. If you were to draw a line between your thumbs, your chest should be right over that line. Back to down dog for one more time. Good, back to plank. Knees, tap for 10. 9, tap the toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands into the feet. Woo! Roll it up. Shake it out. All right. All right, we're gonna step it out a little bit. Give yourself a second. If you notice anything felt really tight or off or was pinching while you were doing any of those movements, your time to maybe do a couple extra squats, maybe a couple toe touches. Good, all right. All right, so the way this class is gonna go, we have 3 rounds, and there's 5 exercises in each round, and we're going to repeat them through twice each. So this first round is going to start with a dumbbell thruster. Probably done these before. High rack those weights, and choose a weight that depends on how you're feeling today. If you're feeling really good, tons of energy, you can go for those heavier weights. Otherwise, feel free to grab a little bit lighter ones or body weight. No wrong answer here. All right, we're gonna go 40 seconds. High rack those weights, bring it down into your squat as you stand, send those weights up over the head. Using that momentum to send those weights up. And the good thing about time-based exercises is you can slow them down to do less reps. You're starting to lose some wind. And then if you start to feel good again, you can go a little quicker. But we got about 5 seconds left. 2 and 1. All right, breathe. 20 seconds. Now we have a reverse lunge. We're going to alternate those legs, stepping it back, alternating just like that. We're going to add in a bicep curl. You can choose when to add that bicep curl, at the bottom or at the top. All right, here we go. down. You can stand, curl, switch legs, curl, or curl as that leg comes down. Just make sure you're not swinging those arms too much. Otherwise, it's just momentum and not so much the muscles working. 3, 2, and 1. All right, breathe. I gotta turn my fan on here. All right. All right, next up, we just have a deadlift. So choose maybe a slightly heavier if you're feeling good with deadlifts. Otherwise, you can always do these body weight. Shoulders down and back. Squeeze the armpits in, sit the hips back, slide it down. Press those hips forward. Now, if you want to make this a little bit harder, you can add in an upright row once you come standing. That's leading with those elbows. Down. Take your time. We are going to repeat this. We got one more exercise in this round. Nice. Oh no, I lied. We have 2 more. All right. We have lateral step with a little bit of a reach. So either body weight, or you can grab a very light dumbbell, anything probably under 5 pounds. You're really just reaching up and over. So this is going to get that cardio moving. But also, if you're going body weight, this is a good way to really work through some mobility and get that heart rate up. Oh my gosh, I did not set my watch. Reach, reach. Reach it up and over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna go down to the floor. We have a glute bridge with a chest press. So make your way down. We got 10 more seconds. So grab your dumbbells, elbows slightly rotated out, feet come down. Squeeze the glutes together. Roll, lift the tailbone. Hold that glute bridge up here, and then add those arms. Think of it as if your tailbone was a tail and you were tucking your tail between your legs like a dog, and then squeeze and hold it right there, keeping that core engaged as well. If you need to, come down and take a break with those hips. You can bring them down and then send them back up. And rest. All right, breathe. Back to the top with our dumbbell thrusters. Got my 5s here. Feel free to go heavier or keep it body weight. Nice big inhale. Exhale, stand press. Watch the form on these. Make sure that those hips are still sitting back. If you have sensitive knees, you can just go do a little half squat. Really focus on sending those arms up there. Halfway there. Three, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, we have our reverse lunges with our bicep curl. If you want to make this harder, add a knee lift. If you want to make it easier, hold a split squat position. So just down and up. not really moving. You can do 5 to 10 on each leg. Choose a combo. If your brain's like, that's too many options, just alternate those legs and add in that curl. We all have days. Some days you're feeling really good. Some days you may just not feel it. And that's okay. 3, 2, and 1. Like 5s feel so heavy today for me. It's probably because it's like 80 degrees in here. All right, we have our dumbbell deadlift. Choose a weight that feels good. Feet hip width apart. I like to keep my knuckles basically right down my thighs. My hands almost never aren't touching my legs. So they slide to about my shins. Hips sit back. Press through the ground as you stand and squeeze. Good. Feel free to add in that upright row if you're feeling good. Three, 2, 1, rest. All right, lateral step with your reach. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, inhale, reach. You can add that step with the foot. Just reach those arms up. Now this is just more of a round to get your heart rate up a little bit more, so feel free to always sub this out with like a jumping jack, high knees. We got 10 seconds. And then we have our glute bridges, and then we get a full minute to breathe. And rest. All right, bring it down. And if you're looking to advance these, you can always elevate the legs onto a chair that is not a movie chair. All right, here we go. Elbows out, drive those hips up. Find that position first, squeeze, hold, and press. Halfway there. Keep those hips up. 3, 2, 1, rest. Whew. All right, breathe. You get a full minute. Grab some water. Alrighty. We'll get into our next round, which is a little bit of some upper body and some core work. A little closer. All right, so we're going to start this round with a row, bent over, dumbbell row. So maybe choose a little heavier. Usually with rows, we can tend to go a little heavier if you have it. If you have no dumbbells, you are going to squeeze your hands and you're going to do pulses while squeezing your back muscles. You will be surprised how much work that really is while holding and engaging those back muscles. Next round, we have a push-up on the knees with some shoulder taps. Okay, then we have some dumbbell punches, get that heart rate back up, and then we have some plank dumbbell pull-throughs, and then we have a standing halo with a dumbbell. All right. Now, if you don't have a dumbbell for that halo, you're going to choose any core exercise. I am a big proponent of choosing a core exercise that feels good for you. So whether that is heel taps, dead bug, a regular crunch, people's choice. All right, we're going to start with those rows. We have about 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge those hips back and row. Think of pulling those dumbbells towards the hips. Now, if you are working with lighter weights or no weights, you are going to hold here in pulse. Make sure those elbows are squeezed in. We're not out here. Elbows are in, shoulders back. Think of trying to squeeze a line between your shoulder blades. So if you got heavier weights, you can go full range. But if you're working with less, add some pulses in there. You'd be surprised. And rest. All right, we have some push-ups to a shoulder tap. Choose a push-up that was difficult for you. Full push-up, knee push-up. You can do one push-up, one shoulder tap on each arm. All right, here we go. Walk it out. Bring it down and up. Tap 1, tap 2. Bring it down. If you want to make this harder, bring it in from a knee push-up to a plank while you do your shoulder taps. Then drop the knees to a push-up to plank, shoulder taps. Last one. And rest. Whew. All right. Light dumbbells or no dumbbells. Say anything under 5. If you have 2s, 1s, or 3s, that will be your best option. I don't have anything lighter than 5s with me, so I'm gonna go body weight. We're gonna bring it into a little bit of a sumo squat, and we're just gonna punch towards those diagonals. Keeping that core nice and strong. If you wanna make this harder, sink down lower into a full squat. Go a little faster. Slow it down if you need. Now, if the rotation ever feels odd in your back or anything like that, keep it front. Good, and rest. Remember, if there's an exercise that ever feels off or gives you any sort of discomfort, it's not worth it. Skip it. Choose something that is better suited. There's so many exercises out there, so if you ever feel like one isn't working for you, nix it, repeat the last exercise, or just keep yourself moving. All right, we're gonna walk it out into a plank position. Holding that plank here onto those hands. Good. I want you to bring it back to a down dog, back to a plank. Down dog, and plank. I want you to hold that down dog for about 2 seconds and then hold your plank now for about 5. And then rock it back. And rest. Whew. All right. So we have a standing halo. Now, if you have a dumbbell, you can do this kneeling. I actually prefer this kneeling, so let's do it kneeling. That weight is just going to come around your head in a circle. It starts down, up, and around, down to the other side. Lift, up, and around. So you're making a big circle over the head. Now, what we are really working on is not letting that rib cage flare out, not letting our back arch. So think of keeping that core nice and engaged. It's like almost like zipping up a corset Pulling everything in. Good, and rest. All right, we're going back to our beginning, which is our dumbbell bent over row. All right, breathe. You still got 5 seconds. We're gonna go about hip width apart. Sit those hips back, row it up. Halfway there. 10 seconds. Remember, you can pulse it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew. All right, we have our push-ups to our shoulder taps. All right. Push-up position, knees or toes. Here we go. Strong core, down and up. Now, whatever push-up you got. It's your last set of push-ups for the class. So dig down deep. Find that little bit of fuel left in the tank. Push that floor away from you. If you really struggle with these, try a little bit of a wider stance with those hands, slightly wider than the shoulders. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Always try 2 different types of push-ups. Wide push-ups versus narrow elbows in push-ups. 2 different types. Some people prefer a wider stance, some people prefer a narrow stance. So usually try them both. See what you feel good with. All right, we have our punches. Bring it down into your squat position. Punch it out. You can go any direction. You can go up, down, front, up. You can get crazy with it. As long as you're moving, you're doing fine. Sink a little lower if you want those legs to work. Really punch it out. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. This time we're going to change up our plank. You're going to grab your dumbbell. You're going to place it so that it's basically underneath your stomach. You're going to do a pull through. So pulling across the body from hand to hand. Bring it up, high plank. Grab it, pull it to the right. Grab the left, pull it to the left. Grab with the right, pull to the right. Now, goal here is to try not to rock side to side. Try to limit how much you're rocking. These are not easy. Now, if you're struggling, come down to the knees and finish it out. You got less than halfway, or just hold your plank. We're almost there. And rest. All right, so for this one, instead of our halos, we're gonna bring it down to the floor. We're gonna do some heel taps. If you have a weight to hold from the chest, you are more than welcome to hold it. Knees come to tabletop. You can hold it here with a chest lift. Holding here, tapping the toes, down and up. Your modified version is no weight with a chest lift. And your extreme modified version is just let the head rest down on the ground. But make sure that we don't have too big of an arch in that low back. A little bit of a natural arch is okay. Bending from the hip. and rest. Whew. All right, breathe. You get a minute. We are almost there. You guys ready for our last round? All right. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna do one round of this next round. So I don't think we'll have time for two. But we can do this next one, and it's not bad, okay? We're gonna start with some sumo squats. All right. Get ready to breathe. Step it back. Come on into a sumo squat, weights or no weights. Bring it down. Now, choose how your feet are. Some people like to be more diagonally rotated with those feet. More up, it allows for a more upright position, a little bit more quads, right? If you want a little bit more glutes, turn those feet forward, sit the hips back, sit wide. You're gonna get a little bit more of those hamstrings and glutes, inner thighs. And we're just adding little pulses here. This is your final push round. So we have a little shorter rest periods. Instead of 20 seconds, we have 10 seconds. We're getting through. All right, from here, we have a knee drive on the right. So right leg in front, arms are moving. Here we go, drive it in. And then we are going to switch to our left in 3, 2, 1, and rotate to the left. Drive that knee in. Keep that left knee bent. Drive it in. I was like, where did my music go? Rest. Breathe. All right, down to the floor. Back to a core exercise. We're gonna go bicycle crunch. Here we go. Inhale, knees to tabletop. We lift, hold the shoulder lift, and then extend, opposite elbow, come back to your tabletop position. So it's not a really fast, crazy bicycle. It is more of a slow and controlled bicycle. Three, two, one, rest. All right, final round. You have a burpee. It's modified burpee. Don't let it scare you. Modify as needed. No jump, no push up. It's really just changing levels. So choose that version of what feels good for you. You can do a little jump, hands down, walk it out, plank. Walk it back in or hop to standing. Little hop. Walk it out, plank. Walk it in, up. Now, if you're like, no, burpees are not for me, go in and do some jumping jacks, do some squats. This is your last movement. I'll take anything you got. We have 5 seconds. Rest. Breathe. Bring it down to the floor. Don't worry, we are just stretching. Not tricking you into anything else. Take a quick stretch. Got about a minute. You can bring it into a figure 4 stretch here. Stretch out those hips. Same thing on the other side. Good, both legs extend up to the ceiling. You can reach behind the thighs. Try to get the legs as straight as possible. So wherever that looks like, flex the toes, press the heels. You'll feel that pretty quickly. Reach for the insides of those feet. Bring it down, happy baby if you can. Good, breathe, bring the feet together, knees apart for a little bit of a butterfly. Extend the feet further away from you and then open up the arms out to the sides. Lay here, take a couple deep breaths. And then we're gonna roll it over onto our stomach. And you're gonna make your way up to a child's pose. You can do a couple cat-cows. And then tuck the toes. When you're ready, walk it in. Come on up to standing. Shake it out. Whew. All right, guys, that is it for today. Great work. Thank you so much for coming. I will hopefully see you next time and have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Don't forget to hydrate and get your protein in.